Hello and welcome to Pahuja Law Academy. Today we are discussing the recent amendments and changes brought by the Finance Minister, that is Nirmala Sitharaman, in the 2024 budget. We are going to discuss the latest amendments that took place today in the income tax rates. So, firstly, the aim of this budget was majorly to digitize the income tax as well as the customs tax. The main aim also, we saw that there was a change from old regime to new regime. In the old regime, we saw that the tax rebates, the tax slabs were quite stringent, whereas this time we see a subsidized form. Also, we notice that this time a new job opportunity and newer tax slabs have been introduced. There has been also a difference with respect to short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains. So we will discuss them in brief, and in detail we will discuss the new and old tax regime results. So the first one is short-term capital gain. Earlier, the short-term capital gain had 15% of taxable income, whereas now it has 20% taxable income. Talking about long-term capital gain with respect to financial assets, we see that long-term capital gains are at 12.5%, which were earlier at 10%. As well as there has been an exemption up till 1.25 lakhs per year. It would mean that the property owners will benefit from this change. Now, buyback option will also be taxable under the new regime. Under the new regime and under the heading of income, we see income from other sources as well as ordinarily taxable income. So, in ordinary taxable income, we see a standard deduction. Standard deduction was earlier for 50,000 rupees, which has now been changed to 75,000. Also, if we talk about rebates, there has also been a change in the rebates available. So what is the difference between standard deduction and rebates? Standard deduction is a deduction initially from the amount taxable, whereas rebates are when you've calculated the tax, at the end of calculation, you get some remedy, and that is rebate. So rebates are given under section 87A. Under section 87A, we find that rebates were earlier available up to rupees 12.5 thousand if the income was of 5 lakhs. Whereas under the new regime, we see that the rebate available is of 25,000, a significant amount if the income is below 7 lakhs. Next, we see that there has been a provision of tax slabs. The tax slabs earlier used to look something like this, that up to rupees 2.5 lakhs, no tax was payable, not taxable. But post 2.5 lakhs, we saw that 2.5 lakhs, from 2.5 lakhs till 5 lakhs, the taxable income was 5%. From 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, it looked at 20% taxable income, and anything above 10 lakhs was taxable at 30%. Whereas under the new regime, we see that up to 3 lakhs, there is no tax payable. From 3 lakhs till 5 lakhs, apologies, this is 7 lakhs. From 3 lakhs to 7 lakhs, 5% tax has to be paid. From 7 lakhs till 10 lakhs, 10% tax has to be paid. 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs falls under the category of 15% taxable income. 12 lakhs to 15 lakhs would fall under 20%. And finally, anybody earning above 15 lakhs would fall under the category of 30% taxable income. So, if we talk about the taxable income and the rate slabs of tax, we see that earlier only 2.5 lakhs was exempted. Now, up till 3 lakhs, no tax has to be paid. We see, in brief, if I have to conclude, I can say that first, the basic tax exemption now has been increased to 3 lakhs. Second, the rebate available under section 87A has been increased from 12.5 thousand to 25,000. Also, the tax slabs have been subsidized, and we see that there is a standard deduction of 75,000 rupees. Thank you for watching.